cowboy, he's down on his luck. His pockets are near empty, he's sleeping in his truck. The rodeo next Friday, his bills are past due. How we pay for entries, he ain't got a clue. He's a cowboy, it's his turn to ride. He prays for 8 seconds when they shout outside. His future is uncertain, his past he can't forget. He's just a hard luck cowboy, life hasn't broken yet.
Welcome back, True Horsemanship. This is Brave Eagle, as y'all all know. This is Refinement Riding Part 2. I'm going to start out with him, and then I'm going to go to Raffaella that Ray rode last time. So if something comes up, I can show it. With, of course, horses, it might come up with him. You know, this is just finer points of riding and using more of your body than your hands. And some people say, well, I just trail ride. And plus, or they'll say, I don't have arena. Well, Cindy will tell you, I work on stuff while I'm on the trail. Matter of fact, that's the best place to do it because, you know, you see horses do it in the arena, but you get them out in the open, they can't do it. So even when I'm trail riding, I'm still schooling. And because to me, as a horseman, I can always improve myself, and the horse I'm riding, I can improve. And the more you improve your horse, the more what I call worth ethic they have. I just sent a horse home that I was actually glad to see it go home because it stuck. The horse was spoiled rotten, and his worth ethic, he didn't have none because it's so like, you know, I don't want to. So all I'm going to do, go over a few things with him and mainly watch my body, because mostly you'll see me use a little bit of hands, but if anything, I'll just lay my rein on there, and I'll use my, like right now, I'm going to use my outside, my right leg. If I want to go to the left, I just lay my rein, I go to the left. I'll use my body. I'll sit back, put more weight on my seat. I play around with it a little bit. I do it a little bit different. If you watch, I'll push my left foot out, my inside foot, to cue them to stop. Then I'll just send them around. I'm going to take a step, put my right foot out that time. Look where I want to go. Look around the circle. And there we go. My hands are secondary. That's why, you know, people say you ride in a shank bit, how terrible. No, if your horse is finished, it's not terrible. Because every bit's got its purpose. Now, Brave Eagle, he carries himself, and that's with using an illusion, Raffaella a little bit later. She's a different type of horse. She's a different breed. She's more up, where Brave Eagle's well bred. You know, it's got good quarter horse bloodlines in him. It's got some Skipper W in him and all. And the way he's bred to carry himself the way he carries himself. And I'll challenge myself right then. I want to go to my left. I look left, I give him a little left leg. I want to go to my right. I give him some left leg. Whatever way direction I want to go, I'll use my opposite leg. Yeah, I want to stop, put my feet forward, sit deep. If I want to back up, I just touch his mouth a little bit, get him on the vertical. and we back up. Nice, smooth. I want all my movements to be smooth. Easy. Now you watch me, if I do check them with my hand, I'll just pick up one rein. Just like that. And key thing is, Brave Eagle, I put his body wherever I want. Or go the other direction. Look around towards Cindy, the camera. And you'll see me cueing with my hands. But if you really look at my reins, they're soft. They're not. I'm not doing this to them to get them over. I just got a little bent to them because if I want to side pass without moving, I use my body and we just go. Because I'm open, shutting door. I'm open. I lift my seat off here. I'm going to exaggerate. I'm opening the door. Going that way, and I close this door with my honey. I would canter, but I'm going through some issues, and it's not indicative for me to canter right now. But that's, you know, where you can be. And without that much work, it's just consistency and do it, and think about open, shutting doors, and push yourself to strive to be better. That's the main thing this video is about, is striving to be a better horseman. I don't care if you ride trail, arena, or whatever. I mean, to me, a trail horse, they should be able to do all this with light touch. Now, Brave Eagle, just a quick note, he's going to be at stud this year for the first time. The most mares I'll cover with him this ever, probably, it'd be 10. And of course, there'll be a booking fee. He's a nice, well-bred stud. Like I said, he's got some Skipper W in him. And he does have a little bit of running stock in him. So he's an athletic built horse. And he is cowy. So we're going to take a break here and switch horses. So we'll be back in a sec. So this real quick note. Now this headstall is about 2 years old now, hun? Or better. And it gets used a lot. This is one of my DL headstalls. And you notice the brow band, it's extra heavy leather, and it's got an extra piece sewed in there. I mean, the pole band, the brow band, same thing, it's double layered. And there's no Chicago screws on this thing. So, you know how they're got a tendency wanting to work out at the wrong time. But these are all clipped. You got adjustment there and here. Like I said, and I've been pricing other headstalls, and what we're selling them for, I'm telling you, it's a bargain. And I'm not just saying it because I'm selling them. It is a bargain. You sure? Huh? You sure? Yeah. Alright, this is second horse, Raffaella. Yes, I got a different shirt on because it's a different day. Because there's some things just wasn't happy with when I filmed for that other episode. Plus, there's a lot of things I didn't touch on that I like to. Like I say, even though this is called refinement riding, in other words, I want to be able to use as little pressure as I have to get my point across and be as subtle as I can. But there's little things that we can do with our hands that can get in the benefit or get in the way of the horse. Now, Raffaella like I say, right now I'm neck reining her. And if you notice, it's not taking much. To the right, she's a little stiff, so I might go in there while I got my neck off rein on her, my neck rein on her, and play with my inside rein to get her on the bend. Because the horse has really neck reins well, if you look on her good side. My off rein's not tight, but she's moving away from it. Now where she's at, I might incorporate my leg, you know. Like I said, all that mainly with my body. And you know, this video is more of a motivation type. You know, a lot of people say, well, I just trail ride. Well, that doesn't make a difference. You ought to try to better yourself. Like me, I'll play with Raffaella, or like with Brave Eagle, I'll stick my left foot out to tell her to stop. And I'll spin her. I'll stick my right foot out, tell her to stop, and I'll spin her. So that way, if I put my foot out, like right there, she starts to spin. So the more she gets trained, all I have to do is move that toe out a little bit and give her some leg, and nobody will see that cue, and she'll go do it. And a lot of times I see people, even though this is a shank bit, when they're direct reining, they'll do this. They're pulling down low and do this and do that. If you notice, Raffaella can walk forward like that. That's using your hands ineffectively, because you're not getting away at the shoulder. So I want to move my hand up. And you know, as soon as I move my hand up, she stopped. If I put my leg in there, I can turn her. In other words, I'm going to get away of that shoulder. That's where people mess up. And like I said, even though it's refined riding, that's part of it. You want this horse to learn to follow that shoulder, not the nose. Of course, when I'm on a circle, I expect her to go be what we call straight on a circle, on a bend. So when I'm playing on this, to get my cues subtle, with incorporating my legs and my hands, like right here, my off rein is real loose, but I want her on the bend right now. So I'll take my direct line and just touch her mouth and release, touch her mouth and release. Because I want her to, when I'm doing these tight circles, I expect her to bend on them. Just like she does to the left, she does it real well. And that's what I want. I want to be able to control her feet. And like for a stop, if I want to stop her, I should be able to just stop, shift my weight, and my hands haven't did anything, I ask for back, because I am riding backwards. I'm pushing on my stirrups and pushing on my cantle. And I stop riding, she should stop. I let my reins loose, and that's telling her to settle. Now with her, my end objective with her at some point is either be able to ride a loose rein like this and her head's dropped. Because she is an Andalusian, she's a hotter horse. But it doesn't mean she shouldn't be able to walk flat-footed and nice and relaxed like right now. But if I get her up here, get her on the bridle, I got a different horse. I want more she's going to be more animated. And that's what I'm looking for. But if I drop my hand, like right there, I don't know if the camera picked up, I dropped my hand, she flattened out, and she's riding relaxed. You know, that's for refined riding. Your horse should adjust to the way you're riding. You know, when I try to refine the horse or refine me, I try to get as soft as I can be. But it's a little contradictory, but I'm going to have to be, you know, loud and clear too. In other words, you know, if I just touch her neck like that and she moves off, that's fine. I'm going to leave her alone. But I don't want no pressure on my off rein if I'm neck reining. But let's say she didn't move off or turn, you know, I'm going to go back and use my direct line for aid. But eventually, all I want to do is, like right there, that was all my leg. That's all leg there. I'm just using my hands to set her head. But that's all my body. So I'm going to look that direction. I'm going to look. Stop. Let's look. I'm going to look the direction, even though I'm only doing a 360, I'm going to look the direction I'm traveling. So I'm going to let my body take over and let her get used to responding to my body and not my hands. So my hands are always going to be a backup at some point. And when I am refining my riding skills or the horse's riding skills, you know, right here is a good speed to do it, just at a walk. And then at some point, I might start asking for a trot and do things. But like I said, this is all refinement. So if I just touch that neck, I want her to respond. Touch that neck, I want her to respond. Right there, she gets a little uppity, but I just settled down. I didn't grab her face. So challenge yourself. And, you know, don't be afraid to make a mistake. Because, number one, that's how we learn. And realize you are going to make a mistake. Realize the horse is going to make a mistake. Like, even me, I challenge myself all the time. I'm going to try something here in a minute that I've done one time. I don't know if I can do it again, but we're going to try it. See, right now she's anticipating what I'm going to do. So I'm going to just relax here a little bit. Because I was getting ready to ask her for a canter. So she got a little uppity, she knew it was coming. You know, when you're working these horses, always do the opposite of what they're getting ready to do. And me personally, I don't mind a horse anticipating me, because that means it's starting to sink in what I'm asking. And it's up to me as being the rider to, you know, adjust it and get control. So like I said, I was getting ready to canter, but I didn't because she was anticipating it. So we just walked, do a circle. So what I'm fixing to do, it either work or won't. But if it doesn't, I'm not going to get upset with it, with her. Or at me for that matter. So I'm going to change my riding here a little bit. It wasn't pretty, but with a little practice right there, the other day we did a pretty canter pirouette. Like I said, that's only the second time I've tried it. She stalled out on me a little bit, but with a little bit more practice, I'll have a canter pirouette going on. So, you know, like I said, this is more of a self-motivation. So like I said, I want to challenge myself on my side pass. And I'm going to see how far we can do it. I'm going to exaggerate a little bit. Oh. So that's what I'm trying to say. Push yourself, push your horse, and don't worry about if it falls apart. Like right now, she's getting a little uppity, so I'm just going to stay with her. This is her weaker side. So we'll just keep at it till she'll go both ways the same way. But I'm not going to get upset with her and start thumping on her, because then I'll lose her and everything else. So that's just a few tips, and just remember, try to push yourself, and at some point, sometimes less is more. Like I said earlier about if you're direct lining them, I'm going to say it again, don't pull down and like that, you'll get in trouble. All you gotta do is pull up to your belly button, and from there I can move her hip, I can move her shoulder, I can move whatever, it depends on where my leg's at, and that's fundamental to all the upper moves. So like I said, push yourself, don't be afraid to make a mistake. And that's, you know, that's how we learn, like I said earlier. And like I said, tried to do that canter pirouette, it fell down, but my point in that was, don't take it personal. What I'll do, I'll just keep building on it until she'll get it. It's just because I've always pushed myself to be better. So to be a good horseman should, no matter if you ride trails, work cows, dressage, or whatever. Like I said, at some point, your cues ought to be so subtle nobody picks it up. So with that said, hope you get something out of this. Be true to the horse, they'll be true to you, to my kids, grandkids. A special person out there, Washington Lake, God bless, take care.